The Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, is calling for a revamp of Jamaica's National Housing Trust, NHT. The University of the West Indies-based think tank argues that the NHT has not lived up to its mandate of providing affordable housing to its neediest contributors. Leslie Sherwood has the details.
The Caribbean Policy Research Institute's CAPRI is suggesting that the National Housing Trust, NHT, reforms its mandate of providing affordable housing to Jamaicans. The think tank group is proposing that the NHT broaden its concept of housing solutions and consider other convenient options, like tapping into the rental market instead of focusing solely on home ownership. The recommendation is among several made by CAPRI in a study launched on Monday dubbed "The NHT: Wrong Funding, Wrong Target, Wrong Strategy?" Co-executive director of CAPRI, Dr. Damian King, indicates that the CAPRI study concludes that the NHT is a tax on its poorest contributors, which is used to subsidize wealthier contributors.
We suggested that they shift to housing solutions rather than building and providing houses. And housing solutions is a broader category that meets the needs rather than just building houses. So that was one point. But separate from that, we thought that if it is intended to meet the needs of the neediest, then those should be subsidized. The most effective way to subsidize, to help the neediest, is to subsidize them and not the suppliers.
Dr. King argues that broadening the NHT's housing solution mix by facilitating rental housing would help to address the housing shortfall. He also says that CAPRI studies have indicated that the NHT is crowding out a lot of private investors from entering the housing market.
That is one of the reasons why we suggest a shift of focus to improving the rental market as a more effective way to meet the housing needs of the poorest contributors, the ones who really can't afford to own a house.
Meanwhile, CAPRI is advocating that the NHT reduce its contributions from the current 5% to 2% of wages. According to Dr. King, the trust already has excessive funds, as is evidenced by the billions it has been accumulating in surpluses yearly. One participant at the CAPRI study launch agreed that the housing trust has not catered to the poorest Jamaicans and young professionals who struggle to secure the required deposit for a house.
It must now mean that it is time for review and to determine what the mandate is and which persons are to benefit. I go for the young professionals because I have 8 of them I'm working with who have to be fighting for somewhere to live. They cannot afford the deposit. That is a challenge. So this is what we need to be looking at. The Jamaica Mortgage Bank has facilitated a 97% mortgage, but for whatever the reason, NHT and Jamaica Mortgage Bank not speaking so that the people can benefit. I think we need to not lose